Coming to Tableau, so Tableau is a data
Okay.
visualization software, so that everybody
Mm-hmm.
knows. So apart from visualizations, so you can write queries also in Tableau, and you can pull the data. So that also you can do. Reporting
Okay.
tool, that is, I mean, you can use Tableau as a reporting tool also. So even that can be done. And of course, analysis also can be done.
Okay.
That is analysis in the sense, I mean, if you take some 5, 10 years back. So if somebody asks you a generic question, I mean, leaders generally, they will come up with some generic questions like, I want to understand my sales, what is happening in so and so region, such things.
Okay.
People used to pull sales by region, that report or something, and they will used to give it.
Okay.
But that's not exactly what the leader meant. Leader meant that, I mean, how the sales is happening. Is it more than market range? Is it less than market? Or if it is more than, I mean, what are the good factors we need to, right, still improving on, right? If it is bad, I mean, what our competitors are doing to improve the sales. So all these reasons,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that's what analysis is. So such kind
Okay.
of analysis can be done very easily in Tableau. We have various analytical concepts also in Tableau. So trend lines,
Okay.
forecasting, all these things. So we can
Mm-hmm.
do analysis very easily in Tableau. So
Okay.
apart from visualizations, this is what best with the Tableau.
Okay.
Exploring of data, that means, I mean, you can move from a summary level to a detailed level very fast by using action filters. So that is available in Tableau. So even that can be
Okay.
done. History the most important thing, of course. So the most important thing, because many people are thinking that Tableau is there in market from last 3 years or 4 years, which is not. Okay, so
Mm.
Tableau is there in market for more than 12 years now. So it has stepped into 13 years. So first time Tableau is introduced into market in 2004. So 2004, Tableau desktop version 1 was introduced.
Okay.
From there on, every year or couple of years once, they have been releasing versions. So that is I mean, Tableau Desktop version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. But
Okay.
unfortunately, it was a horrible tool. So there were not
Mm.
many features, even up to 6, 7 also. So it
Okay.
was not liked by anybody. So that's why nobody looked at it at all until
Okay.
2011, 2012.
Okay.
2011, 2012, slowly companies started seeing at it. So 2013 April 8 version came in with a lot of features, lot of advantages compared to its competitors.
Okay.
So 2015 April 9 version released, 2016 10 version is released. So it is, I mean, compared to its competitors, it has got a lot of features which we'll be discussing as of now.
Okay. Okay.
So I mean, from 2012 onwards, it started picking up in the market. For a couple of years, from 2014 to 2016 or 17, the growth rate of
Mm.
Tableau was 400%. So that's
Mm.
the acquisition of customers. So that's how Tableau has grown in last 3, 4 years. But before that, it was not at all there. So though product was there, nobody liked it and nobody bought it.
Mm.
So
Okay.
this is history about Tableau. Why this is
Okay.
needed? If at all, if you are looking for a change, most of the interviews people are going with some experience in US, obviously. So when people go with some experience, so what happens is, you go with some 4 years or 5 years. 4 years or 5 years in the sense, in terms of Tableau, it is three versions. So people will
Yeah.
ask you what is the difference between 8 and 9, 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how it is. So that is how it is, Tableau's history. Okay,
Okay.
so that is how it is. Okay, so this is Tableau's history with every feature, or whenever we see some topic, I'll tell you the differences between 8, 9 and 10, whether that feature was there, how it was there, so all those things. So we're going to discuss about that during the course of the training with each topic. And it's not just one or two
Okay.
differences, there are many. So especially 8
Okay.
to 9. So this is history about Tableau. Okay. Now, data versus visualization. So I need not tell you what is, okay, you are into ETL, right? Okay. For
Yeah.
example, if you just pull out a report like this in the form of Excel or PDF,
Okay.
and suddenly I want to understand what is the relation between oil reserves and export imports. So I want to understand the relation, or I want to understand the relation between population and production refining nations. Is it direct
Okay.
or indirect? So what is the need of it in this report? So that I want to understand. How can you do that? Of course, in Excel you can do filtering and you can do various things,
Yeah.
but still it's not that easy. Right? It will take at least some 2-3 days to understand it, whether the relation is there or not. So it's not straight away, right?
Okay.
Whereas if you take Tableau, so the purpose of any report or visualizations or whatever you see, the purpose of these things is that to understand the data, right? To understand the data. So if you can understand the data, second thing is second, that is, so you can take decisions based on that data. If you can't understand the data, then what is the really purpose of all these things, right? Right? If
Yeah.
you can't understand the data, then what is the use of pulling out data, right? So that was the problem with leaders. If you take some 10, 15 years back, most of the people were not, I mean leaders I'm talking about, they don't even trust their own company's data. They always trust the third party softwares or third party companies who can process the data better than their company. So
Okay.
leaders were taking decisions just based on their intuition or knowledge or expertise, experiences, things, but not on data.
Okay.
But the same thing, same data, for example, whatever you are seeing here, exactly this is what you will see in your real time also, Tableau. Not even a single difference will be there. Okay. Of course, I will tell you each and every point. There are many points to be noted.
So Tableau is basically analyzing the data and then reporting it or
Yes,
providing
and
it to the.
yes, correct, correct.
Okay.
So here, if you see, so you can see that this is line chat. So this is line chat. As soon as you see directly, you can say that the sales is inconsistent. You don't take much time for that, right? Because it's clearly
Okay.
visible. So there are some peaks and there are some lows. So sometimes it is
Okay.
peaking, sometimes it is low. I mean, right? If you see
Yeah.
here, this point is September, this point is November, this one
Mhm.
September, this one is November, this one is September, this one is November. So every October it is going down. So something wrong is happening every October, right? So
Yeah.
within 5 to 10 minutes, we got 2 points out of this chat. Of course, I mean, there might be some advanced things like trend lines forecasting we can add here. That's not a problem from analysis, all that we can do.
Mhm.
But these simple things like, I mean, sales is not consistent from last 4 years or 5 years. And every October, it is going down suddenly. So there is something wrong. This is where we need to understand what is happening, right? So
Okay.
such kind of understanding can be achieved immediately by using Tableau. Visualization softwares, especially not only Tableau, of course, any visualization software. Visualization is better, that is fine, but why Tableau? Why only Tableau? There are ClickView, Spotfire, Domo, DataGen, many things are there, but why only Tableau?
Yeah.
Because compared to its competitors, Tableau is leading in the market only because of two factors. The main important two factors are performance and cost. Performance and
Okay.
cost. Of course, Tableau performs better than its competitors. Why? Of course, this is a generic
Mhm.
statement, right? Tableau is fast, Tableau performs better than its competitors. This is generic
Yeah.
statement. But what is the reason for that? So the reason is that Tableau has in-memory concept. Tableau has in-memory concept. So using that in-memory concept, okay, Tableau can process the data faster. Okay, Tableau can process the data faster. That is, it can store the data within Tableau and it can process the data faster. Whereas compared to its competitors. Of course, there are some one or two softwares which can process the data faster than Tableau does. That is, Domo is there, which can process the data
Okay.
faster, but it can
Maybe it's
only
fast.
process the data. So it uses Amazon Redshift in the backend, so and it can process the
Oh.
data faster. But cost of it is like ab initio again. So that's why not
Yeah.
many customers bought it. So I mean,
Okay.
nobody uses. Very rarely people got Domo. So
I never heard of Domo. I heard of ClickView. I have seen ClickView
yeah.
interface, but
No, no, no.
I.
Compared to performance, with respect to performance, Domo is the only tool which can perform faster than Tableau. But
Oh, okay.
the cost of Domo is very, very high. Not even companies, some small companies can't even afford to listen the cost of it. So that's how it is.
Domo is DOMO?
Yes, DOMO. So that's a very costly tool. So that's why many people don't go for it. So whereas if you see Tableau provides two types of licenses. One is core-based license, another one is server-based license, user-based license.
Okay.
So if you can't afford user-based license, people will go for core-based license, which can cater to varying number of users. So such kind of advantage is there with respect to cost in Tableau. So it is reasonably placed. So due to these two factors nicely balanced, so that's why people are going for Tableau. So lot of customers are seeing performance and cost. So both the things are good. That's why they are looking at Tableau now. So some of the tools, they are lesser price than Tableau, but unfortunately performance is not good, or charts are not available. If you take Spotfire, so Spotfire, I mean, look and feel 3D charts are there, nice, but 3D charts, how many will use it? Right? Normal charts are not there. If basic things are there and you have 3D charts also, it's good, but their focus is only on 3D charts. So that's the problem. Spotfire is not used much.
Okay.
So like that, each tool has its own drawbacks compared to Tableau. So Tableau has almost 24 charts, I mean, which is provided by Tableau. And apart from that, there are some 10 to 15 charts which are manually developed. So all these things are available in Tableau. So a lot of customization is available. Why, I will tell you. So next thing, of course, there are other factors, simple things like Tableau is easy. I mean, no coding in Tableau, zero coding tool. So apart from that, security, we have 3 levels of authentications in Tableau. Everywhere in the sense, just for example, you are a new to Tableau developer, and you want to introduce Tableau into your organization. You did a POC on Tableau, developed nice dashboards.
Okay.
Now, you want to showcase that dashboards to your customers or clients or colleagues, friends, managers who want to see what Tableau can do, what Tableau cannot do, right? So every software will have its advantage, disadvantage, all those things will be there. So whether it fits
Right.
your company's needs or not. So
Right.
you want to showcase that. So you develop nice dashboards. You can't go to them, see, do guys, I mean, please install Tableau software. I've done nice dashboards, I'll share with you. That will not work out. Because installing software, right, is money, right? It's not going to be easy. So unless until it is confirmed by your high level team who are paying for that software, so you can't install a software, and you have to buy license. In organization especially, you will not get it for free. So
Yeah.
of course, for students outside, you will get for in your personal laptops, you can get it for free, but in organization it's not for free. So you can't say
Yeah.
that. Then what you can do? You can save the dashboards as images or PDF or in Excel, and you can showcase through them. And not only that, we have Tableau Reader, we have Tableau Public, which is completely free. So
Okay.
you can use those softwares also for doing your POCs. So that also can be done. Of course, the features will be less compared to desktop, but for seeing the dashboards, for exploring the dashboards, that's more than enough. So that is also there. So just for seeing, you need not pay. That's what I mean there. Okay. There are some softwares who ask for seeing also, right? But
Okay.
Tableau is not. Now,
Okay.
here, VizQL. Why Tableau is such an intuitive drag and drop interface? This is the question. When ClickView before, I mean, if you see 2011, 2012, when visualization softwares were slowly entering into market, so there are hardly, I mean, 3 to 4 softwares, and ClickView and was good on the top, in fact,
Yeah.
even above Tableau. But
Yeah.
slowly ClickView, I mean, went down because in 2011, 2012, Tableau was not that good at that point of time. So there was plenty of scripting in ClickView, and it's not completely drag and drop. When Tableau
Yeah.
came up with the 8 version, it came up with this completely drag and drop, many colors, features, many things came up. So Tableau started leading in the markets when all of a sudden within just 6 months or 1 year. So ClickView, they were not even able to believe. So what is so much there in 8 version?
Okay.
So what happened is, why Tableau is such a intuitive drag and drop interface? Why suddenly people started looking at Tableau? And of course they bought Tableau also. ClickView went down because there is no coding in Tableau first of all. Even without coding, there were plenty of formatting options in Tableau. So even if you write scripts also in ClickView, there was plenty of things what you can't do, formatting such things. But in Tableau you can do such things. That is,
Yeah.
so plenty of formatting, colors, customized colors are available, maps are available, latitude, longitude, all those things are there. So why Tableau is such an intuitive drag and drop interface? That is because of only VizQL. VizQL stands for Visualization Query Language.
Okay.
Visualization Query Language. Visualization Query Language, but no coding again. So VizQL is a server process. It will be there in the backend. Only admin can say it. So it is
Okay.
a server process. Of course, when we see server, I will show you this. So VizQL
Okay.
is a server process which will be there in the backend. What it does is, whenever you pull the data from the database, this VizQL will convert the data directly into visualizations. It will convert the data into visualizations. It is not formatting. So if you see some softwares, they are formatting the data into visualizations, I mean charts. So what happens is already formatting is done. So you can't format some things like label, color, such things you can't format. So you have to accept the default colors. Yeah, whatever you do here, okay, whatever you do
Uh-huh.
here, the conversion of data is happening in the backend. It's not happening here. That is in the server.
I mean, what do you mean by the conversion of data? What kind of
Conversion
data
of
flow?
data in the sense, there is a language that is VizQL is a language, visualization query language. Okay.
Okay.
So using that language, it converts the data. So what should I tell you? So it is a server process. So how can I tell you? Conversion of data in a sense. So Tableau has its own way of understanding the data.
Okay.
See, I see as soon as I mean connected to the source, it identified what is a dimension, what is a measure. You observe that?
Where do I see that?
Not
Okay,
many
on the
tools
left
or
side.
softwares does that. They can't identify what is a dimension measure directly,
Yeah. Okay.
right? So Tableau can read the data and it can understand the data. Of course, when we start the training, I'll show you that architecture of the server. Maybe you will understand
Yeah. Okay.
very easily. Okay.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
have architecture. So we'll see the architecture and we'll see log files, performance tuning. So various things are there. When I show all of that, you will understand easily. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. So there are two ways of connecting to data. There are two ways of connecting to data. Direct connect to fast databases. That is always there. I mean,
Yeah.
that is always there using any tool or software. I mean, you are doing that already. So when you write SQL,
Yeah.
you are connecting to a server directly.
Yes.
But what is special in Tableau is in-memory concept. What is special in Tableau is in-memory concept. In-memory concept in the sense that is you can pull the data and keep the data in Tableau itself. Okay. So you can pull the data.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you can pull the data and you can keep the data in Tableau itself. Okay. So that's how it is. So you can keep the data in Tableau itself and Tableau will process the data whenever it wants. It need not connect to the database again and again. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how
Okay.
it is. Okay.
It's like a cache.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So that's how it is. So this is special to Tableau. Of course, ClickView also has this concept. They have some name to it. Okay. So that is also there. But unfortunately, I mean, not a great thing. They were not successful. What happened is they introduced that after Tableau has introduced that. So of course they were not successful to a great extent because performance improvement was not great. So due to that
Okay.
reason it didn't work out. So otherwise,
Okay.
so Tableau was a very good tool. So Tableau uses in-memory concept and it keeps the data in Tableau itself. So in the first
Okay.
few classes itself, maybe one or two classes itself, I'll show you how to create extract and what exactly is in memory, what is the advantage of Tableau units, all those things.
Okay.
Blending. Blending is combining data from two different data sources. So this concept is there from long time. I mean, it's not new to Tableau. So it's not newly introduced by Tableau. Concept is there already. For example, you are also working, right? So which databases you
Yeah.
used?
We use many native Oracle, Teradata,
Okay, like this.
MD.
So Teradata,
Yeah.
NetEase, SQL Server, Oracle, such things, right? They are all RDBMS data sources, right?
Yes. Correct.
So,
Yeah.
but anytime did you join a table from Teradata to SQL Server or Teradata to NetEase? You did that?
No. No. We
No,
used to
nobody does
connect.
that. Why? It's
No.
because technology is okay, technology is not a problem, but technical problem, that is companies are not allowing you to do that, right?
Yeah, Informatica itself doesn't allow it.
Yeah. So if you go to Teradata, people will say, why are you using Netezza? Teradata is absolutely very good tool, right? Why
Yeah.
don't you use only Teradata? Avoid using Netezza. If you go to Netezza, they will also say the same thing, right? So, but companies doesn't work that way. So I've seen that nowadays what companies are doing is companies are at least keeping some 3-4 softwares in a single genre. Like if it is database, they are going for Teradata or SQL Server or Oracle. So highly secure data will be one database and less secure data will be another database. So or they will
Yeah.
keep backup in another database so that they don't want to lose the data. So security reasons, confidentiality, all these things. So various reasons will be there for companies. So they are going with some. So if you see yesteryears, only Oracle was there, at max DB2. So that's all. So some companies they will be using either DB2 or Oracle. That's all. No other softwares for that. But now it's not that way. So technology has advanced and due to pricing also. So companies are able to buy 2 to 3 softwares.
Okay.
So now, there would be some case, some scenario where you need to join one table in Netezza to one table in Teradata. There would be some scenarios, right? So people will be
Yes.
storing data in different databases. 1 or 2 cases, you will be forced to combine data from this data
Yeah.
source to that data source. But
Mhm.
technically, it was a very difficult thing. So some tools, of course, they are doing it already. But it was a very difficult thing. They have to do it in multiple steps. It's not just 1 or 2 steps, multiple steps. They
Yeah.
have to create views, they have to store it in temporary storage, Excel, all these things, plenty of things used to be done. Finally they will get it. So format issues will come, adapter issues
Yeah.
will come, so all these problems were there. But in Tableau you can do it very easily, just one step, just drag and drop, that's all. So as simple as that. So Tableau will take care of everything in the backend. So
Okay.
just to drag and drop and you will see the data finally there in the output. So that's how it is. Of course, we have to see some features how blending should be done, and so some features
Okay.
are there which we should see, properties of blending, which we will be doing that during the class. Okay.
Okay.
So it's as easy as that. Now you asked me, right, where Tableau sits in the organization. So that's
Yeah.
important thing, right? Because you need to understand that. For example, I did not tell you, right, why you do ETL, right? So why you do
No.
ETL, right? Okay.
No,
So
you did not tell me.
what?
No, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. So your day-to-day operations data will be here. So Siddhant as a customer is doing some transactions here, right? So
Yeah.
Siddhant is a nice name, dude. Always like that name.
Thanks. Thanks.
So something special with that name. Not Siddharth, but Siddhant, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhere. What is Siddhant? What is Siddhant means?
Siddhantam principles.
Uh-huh.
Siddhantam. What?
Oh, okay, okay. So you are from Andhra.
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad.
ఓ ఓకే ఓకే అలానా సో ఎప్పుడన్నా ఆ పేరు విన్నప్పుడు కొంచెం ఏదో మనకు కొంచెం బాగుంటుంది అన్నమాట ఓకే
అవును.
సిద్ధార్థ్ అంతగా అనిపించదు కానీ అది రొటీన్ అయిపోయింది సిద్ధాంత్ కొంచెం బాగుంటుంది
అవును.
ఓకే
Siddhant.
సో ఇది సిద్ధాంత్ యాజ్ ఎ కస్టమర్ సో హియర్ ఇట్ విల్ బి సో యూ విల్ డూ యువర్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ డే టు డే ట్రాన్సాక్షన్స్ రైట్ యూ గో టు యువర్ రిటైల్ స్టోర్ యూ డూ యువర్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ అండ్ యూ వాక్ ఇన్ టు ఏటీఎం యూ డూ యువర్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ సో ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. But this data which is here cannot be used for analysis purposes or cannot be used
Yes.
for writing queries. So because Siddhant as a developer will do totally different things than what customer does. So
Yes.
this data obviously will go through ETL, that is I will not tell you, Informatica, data stage, all these things, extraction, transformation, loading. So that's what happens. So why you do extraction, transformation, loading is because you have to store the data in a structured way, that is subject wise data should be stored. So for example,
Yes.
Siddhant as a customer, you'll buy some items, so you'll pay with the credit card, you'll avail some discounts, so all these things you will do. If it comes here, you have to store data, customer details table will be there, transaction details table will be there, discount coupon details will be there. So like that, there will be different tables will be there. So you have to load the data properly into this data warehouse, so that Siddhant as a developer will pull that data properly. That means, for example, when your client asks you a requirement like, see Siddhant, I want to understand how many coupons are redeemed by guess in last 6 months.
Okay.
So that is the question. If this is the question, what should be the answer? So you are talking about here, what are you talking about here? You are talking about number of coupons used by guest in a store. That's what it is. So that is indirectly client want to know, so people are using more discount coupons or not, are they interested in the discount coupons or not? That's what they want to know. So obviously, right, so Janalu, so your customer is interested in knowing how many discount coupons are used by guest. So that means you need to hit the discount coupon table, you need to hit the number of guest table, so if at all you are interested, right, and count and time period last 6 months, right? This is what you need. So if you can just hit only discount coupon table, obviously time will be there, right? So whenever coupon is redeemed, there will be a date and time to it. So obviously you need to hit that discount coupon table and you need to get the output. You need not talk about transaction details, you need not talk about, right, so various other details like item products, what are the items bought, what are the transactions done by that guest, all these, how he paid, right, payment details, all these things are not needed. So that's why we will store the data subject wise here, right? So customer details table, right, guest details table, coupon details table, so such kind of things, right? So that's all you do. So here Tableau lies. So using Tableau, you will pull that data from this as per that requirement and you will submit that to your client. That's how you do things. So this is where Tableau is. This is a very old, I mean, it's a long back picture, this one. So it is routine thing. So process will not change. Tools have been changing, but process will not change. This is the process generally what happens in an organization. Now, the same architecture, I just mentioned the tools and technologies here. What happens? This is your front-end data. So it can be the swipe mission. Whenever you are entering the organization, you are swiping, right? So it can be that also, or it can be the databases. So later on, the data from here will go into databases. Just now we have seen, right? So here ETL will be there. So here databases will come and here BI will come. BI means business objects, Tableau, MicroStrategy, all these tools, right? So now here, the same thing, I just mentioned the social networking websites here. Front-end data has taken a totally different shape and size now. So people are talking about social networking websites. People are not communicating formally through mails or anything. People are talking about WhatsApp. People are talking about Facebook, such kind of things, Pinterest, all these things, right? So that's where the customers are. That's where you need to market your products. That's where you need to sell your products. So whether you want it or not, that's why in Facebook you will see plenty of advertisements, right? It's frustrating, of course. So, but still, that's how Facebook earns money, a lot of money. Whether you want it or not, if you have searched for some mobile or anything, Amazon will push that advertisement into your mobile, into your Facebook, into your Gmail, everywhere. So I don't know whether you observed it or not. You observed anytime when you search for some item on online, Amazon, next day onwards, Amazon will that ad around you.
I know,
yeah. So somewhere around you, it will be displaying, right? I didn't observe initially, but it happened. So a lot of times.
Yeah, you might be interested in that.
Right. Such kind of advertisements will come, right? So that's how it is needed to process this huge amount of varied amount of data. So that's why these Hadoop big data softwares came in. Of course, I mean, even Tableau can connect to that Hadoop HANA also. So Tableau can connect to plenty of data sources. I will show you in a while. So that can be done. Now, there are 5 products in Tableau. Tableau desktop is first thing. So what you have seen here is Tableau desktop. Absolutely the same thing you will see in organization also. No difference at all. Tableau desktop. All your development will be done here. All your development will be done there. Tableau desktop. After developing dashboards, you will publish them to server. You will share your work to others, that is clients or customers, through server. Okay, so through server you will share your work. Next is Tableau Reader. Of course, I mean, Tableau Desktop and Tableau Server are important products. Those two things you will use officially, but Tableau Reader, which is completely free, used just for seeing the data, seeing the visualizations. Okay, some customers will be there, they just want to see the visualizations, they don't want to do anything else.
You mean in the reader there will be inbuilt charts?
No inbuilt. Whatever you develop here, you can see them here.
Okay, so they don't have to install desktop and
No
server.
installation,
Just
nothing. This is just app kind of thing. Just a light, very
okay,
lightweight app kind of thing. Just an interface.
okay,
Just like MS Word
okay.
kind of thing.
Oh, okay,
So just like that. In MS Word, everybody can write in their own language, formatting, so plenty of things can be done, right? But
yeah,
at the end of the day, the other person will read it. That's all, right?
yeah,
So just like that, you will develop here, but you will share through here.
okay,
Okay, just for reading. Tableau Public, of course. So Tableau Public, if you can't afford Tableau server or Tableau desktop, but still you want to learn Tableau, Tableau Public is the way. So Tableau Public is completely free. Anybody who has an email ID can log into Tableau Public for practicing purposes. Okay,
okay,
so Tableau Public. Apart from this, we have two more products newly introduced. Tableau Online, completely cloud environment. You can develop everything online. You can share everything online. You need not install anything. If you are just have internet connection, that's enough. That is Tableau Online Cloud. Tableau mobile is also there now. So that is, you can see the dashboards on mobile also. But as you can imagine, so not all features will be there. So it is just for,
yeah. It's not possible to use it. Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe just for reading.
Yeah, of course. So Tableau desktop and server, I mean, they are two commercial products. Any organization need to buy them. For students, you can get it for free. And
Okay,
Tableau can connect to any database in this world. So there is no problem with that. Absolutely right. Tableau is awesome in that. So you see, you mention any database in this world, you can see that here. Cisco Information Server. I never heard about it. That is
yeah,
there. Right?
yeah,
So Hadoop, HANA, Hot Network, so anything you mention anything, so that is there. You can even connect to Twitter data also, Facebook data also by using Web Data Connector. So that is
okay,
also there. So like this, Tableau can connect to any. So you mentioned Netiza, right? So Netiza is here.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So Tableau can connect to any database in this world. No problems with that. Tableau distribution options. So of course this is what happens in your day-to-day life. So you will pull the data from the database and so you will develop visualizations or dashboards in desktop and you will publish them to server. So that's what happens. So this is the life. So this is the line. You will not use Tableau public especially because anybody who has an email ID can log into Tableau public. So that means
okay,
security is a problem. So Tableau public
yeah,
will not be used. Of course, these things will be used, right?
okay.
So that's how it is. Now, of course, we have some drawbacks, not a big deal. So as of now, any questions or doubts?
So in this Tableau, we have admin related. So what kind of job roles I mean, around in and around Tableau do people have?
Okay. Only one role is there, that is Tableau developer. Okay, that's what.
Okay,
Okay, one second. I'll take you through to explain that neatly. See,
okay,
we have this topic here. So you see here,
okay,
functionality of scheduling. Scheduling is provided to admin. Okay, so scheduling is provided to admin person. Okay, so what happened in Tableau is brief story. So initially when Tableau was introduced, of course, completely drag and drop tool. So people, I mean, what happened is even admin was drag and drop completely. So what happened
okay,
finally? So Tableau, I mean, companies started realizing that admin is very easy to do. So Tableau developers only were given the admin access and they
okay,
were asked to admin activities because it's not a day-to-day activities. So that's why developers are only doing the admin activity. It was just a one-time operation in a month or 2 months, such things. So
okay,
Tableau developer positions has increased a lot. There are thousands of Tableau developer positions in this world. So I have been training students in Australia, UK, I mean Europe countries also, Portugal, all these countries, Switzerland also.
mm.
So
Oh, okay,
US, all this. But wherever I taught, people were never talking about admin positions. They are talking about only developer positions. Why?
okay,
So because that admin can be done by anybody. That is developer only can do the admin role. And I'm also
okay,
teaching server to an extent. So right, it's done easily due to that reason.
okay,
But Tableau realized that not admin positions are hardly 10 to 15 positions in this world, though there are thousands of Tableau developer positions. So what is happening, right?
mm.
So they have provided this scheduling function to the admin person. Only admin can create the schedules Developer cannot create the schedule. He can only use the schedule. Again, companies what they came up with some tricks and tips there. So they started giving different user ID and the same again giving access to same user only. So same developer only. So that's why there are plenty of developer positions in this world, not admin positions. Admin there are hardly 10 to 15 positions are there if you see throughout the world.
Okay.
But developer positions, there are plenty of developer positions in this world.
Okay. So in a project, how many Tableau developers would be working? I mean, how many requirements would come for the organization for Tableau, according to you?
According to me, see, it is a continuous process. BI is a continuous process. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So requirement is it will come regularly because there will be some separate guys who will be asking questions. It depends on what kind of a client you are working for. Okay.
Okay.
So what happens is retail and finance, they will be asking a lot of questions on a regular day-to-day basis. They want to know a lot of things because retail is a day-to-day activity. They'll be daily introducing new coupons, new discount coupons, new products. Marketing should be done. So plenty of things will be there. Retail.
Okay.
And data also will be
Okay.
huge. So compared to any other industry, there is more data in retail or banking, especially finance. So these things. But if you take automobile or if you take automobile also to an extent it will be there, but not as much as retail. If you take insurance or if you take manufacturing or let's say, this one real estate, such kind of things, it is
Okay.
work will be very less compared to other
Okay.
things. It will be a one-time thing. Some 6 months or 1 year they will use it. Regular requests will not come, right? So
Okay.
you take a retail, banking, finance, or a full-fledged automobile like Ford, so you will have plenty of requests. But otherwise there are no much, right? No much work in real estate or other things.
I mean, wherever there is data, there is work for this
Yes,
tool, right?
that's what I mean. Yes,
Yeah.
right. Exactly what you do in ETL. So whenever you do ETL,
Yeah.
there should be a front end.
Yeah.
The front end is BI,
Right.
right?
Right. Right. Right.
So yeah, that's how the work comes.
Okay.
Of course, there is plenty of work. So of course, change management issues are there. So that is version controlling. In Tableau, we have some drawbacks, simple things, of course. These are simple drawbacks. You can overcome them manually very easily. So that's why these, not all important. Because
Okay.
customization integration with other apps or social media integration, nobody will do it. Who will do?
Yeah.
So Tableau also didn't do it. Advanced predictive analytical capabilities, now they are there in Tableau. So you can integrate with R, which is an open source tool. Without investing anything, you can integrate with R and you can do your advanced predictive modeling techniques.
Integrated
Not
with our language you're
R
talking about?
language, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we can write R functions in Tableau also.
Okay.
Okay. So not a comprehensive solution. Comprehensive solution in the sense, 1+1 free packages. So if you buy SQL Server, you'll get MSBI. So all these SQL, SSRS, SSIS, all these things for free, right? So such kind of
Yeah.
things are there. So, but Tableau is a very small company. They are just upcoming. So they don't have,
Yeah.
right. So if you go for Microsoft or SAP, what they are saying is if you buy one software, you'll get another for free, right? For 6 months or 1 year. But Tableau is not that way. So Tableau, you need to buy it. There are no comprehensive solutions for Tableau.
Okay.
Okay, these are small things, not a big deal. Performance is
Yeah.
good in Tableau. So you can save manually like these dashboards. So automatic version controlling or change management issues are not needed. Okay.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
good. So any questions or doubts?
No, no, Ram. No.
Okay,
Nothing for now.
good then. So
Okay.
yes. So remaining things organizer will talk to you. So the institute guy.
Okay.
So he will talk to you.
Okay.
So if you have any questions or doubts, you can ask me now.
For now, I don't have anything.
Okay, good. Okay. So good then. Have a nice evening, dude.
You too.
Bye, man.